Kazem Mousavi, head of the judiciary in Qom province, announced that the death sentence of a prisoner accused of spying for Mossad was carried out at Qom prison. According to Mr. Mousavi, the judiciary had classified the prisoner as a waging war against God and spreading and corruption on earth, and the sentence was executed after the Supreme Court confirmed it and a request for pardon was rejected. The individual's name has not yet been released by the judiciary. In recent months, Iran has carried out several executions on charges of spying and collaborating with Israeli intelligence services. Zolfaqar Sharifi, a 7-year-old boy from the village of Beit Kavar in Hoveyzi County, Khuzestan, was killed after Islamic Republic forces fired directly at his family's car. His sister was also seriously injured in the attack. According to local and human rights sources, forces stationed at a newly established checkpoint opened fire on the Sharifi's family's vehicle without any prior warning. The shooting killed Mr. Zolfaqar instantly and left his sister with severe injuries. Following the incident, government forces surrounded the area and warned the Sharifi family not to speak to the media or human rights organizations. Following a metro breakdown on the Goldshahr Sadeqiye line, a group of passengers began chanting the national slogan, Reza Shah, rest in peace. Mohsen Parish, a monarchist activist, former political prisoner, and one of those injured during the November 2019 nationwide protests, was arrested October 23, 2025 by agents of the Islamic Republic. According to reports, he is facing charges of propaganda against the regime, insulting the supreme leader, and disobeying government officials. He is currently being held in Ward 15 of Karaj Central Prison. Fereshteh Tabanian, the lawyer of Abbas Dris, announced that the Supreme Court has accepted the request to review her client's case. Abbas Dris, one of those arrested during November 2019 protests, had previously been sentenced to death. According to Tabanian, the previous verdict on waging war against the state has been overturned and the case has been sent to a parallel court for retrial. Sharing a photo of Abbas Dris on X, she wrote, "Tonight, Abbas Dris's children shed tears of joy." Abbas Dris was arrested in Mahshahr in November 2019 along with his brother Mohsen Dris. He faced charges including waging war against the state, inciting unrest, and participating in the killing of a special police unit officer. Shakila Monfared, a pro-monarchy political prisoner held in Evin prison, has been denied transfer to a hospital due to her refusal to wear handcuffs and leg shackles. She suffers from previous health issues and a leg injury that requires her to use a cane for walking. Ms. Monfared was arrested, and after her release she was returned to Evin prison. She has been sentenced in 4 separate cases to a total of 15 years and 5 months in prison, 10 lashes, exile, and various social restrictions. Her charges include membership in opposition groups, destruction of public property, disruption of public order, propaganda against the regime, and insulting religious sanctities. Sohaila Hijab, a pro-monarchy activist and former political prisoner, revealed on her Instagram story that recently she has received death threats from groups linked to separatist movements in Kurdistan. She noted that while previous threats came from anonymous social media accounts, this time they occurred in real life, face-to-face. Ms. Hijab emphasized that the majority of the people in Kurdistan are honorable, aware, and patriotic, seeking freedom and prosperity for a united Iran, far from hatred and violence. She added, "I take these threats seriously and have documentation. If this continues, I will be forced to publish the details with names and evidence so the public can be informed." Concluding, she stated, "I exercise my right to freedom and firmly stand for the vision of a free and united Iran. No threats will deter me from speaking the truth and defending Iran." Mehdi Nouri, known as Araz Irani, a monarchist political prisoner held in Ardabil prison, is reportedly in an alarming health condition. He was previously arrested for raising the Lion and Sun national flag and displaying photos of the late Pahlavi kings in the streets of Iran. According to reports, his surgical wound, which had been healing before his arrest, has become severely infected. Despite his urgent need for medical care, Araz Irani's request for conditional release with an electronic ankle monitor has been denied, leaving him still deprived of treatment. Mehdi Meskin Nawaz, a monarchist political prisoner, has been sent back to Bandar Anzali prison after his temporary leave ended. According to reports, he was required to return to prison on Wednesday, October 15th, after his furlough expired. Meskin Nawaz had been granted leave on October 5th. Following the Supreme Court's approval of his retrial request, his case was sent to the 21st branch of the Tehran Court of Appeals, which sentenced him to 5 years and 6 months in prison. The Supreme Court again accepted his retrial request, referring the case to a parallel appeals branch. He was rearrested to serve his sentence in Bandar Anzali prison. During his imprisonment, a new case was opened against him. Branch 26 of the Tehran Revolutionary Court, presided over by Iman Afshari, sentenced him to 10 years in prison for forming a group with the intent to undermine national security and 1 year for propaganda against the regime. The ruling also banned him from residing in Tehran and neighboring provinces, and from leaving the country for 2 years. Workers at Gohar Zamin Sirjan's pellet production plant went on strike over unpaid bonuses, lack of facilities, and harsh working conditions. Chanting protest slogans, they voiced their frustration with management broken promises to improve both their living standards and workplace safety. Nurses in Ahvaz gathered in front of the Khuzestan governor's office to protest low wages, delayed payments, and the unfulfilled promises of Khuzestan's University of Medical Sciences officials. Also, nurses from Kermanshah University of Medical Sciences gathered once again in front of the university building, chanting, "Our tables are empty, enough with the promises," to protest injustice and officials' neglect. Retired telecom workers in Tehran marched in Sardar Jangal Square to protest corruption and justice, chanting, "Hossein, Hossein" is their slogan, "Theft and lies are their job." They denounced the looting of retirees' funds by the execution of Imam Khomeini's order and the IRGC Cooperative Foundation. Also, retired telecom workers in Isfahan, Khuzestan, Kurdistan, Kermanshah, Hamadan, Tabriz, Zanjan province held a protest, joining similar actions across the country to denounce injustice and the plundering of public resources by the execution of Imam Khomeini's order and the IRGC Cooperative Foundation.
Bizi